Washington.
This your boy, Martin for here once again.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Margo 4 here once again. Sorry, y'all. I probably need to get some water while I'm doing this review. But we here to talk about this week's episode 11 hip hop. I don't even know what episode this is, but I know it's called Countdown. I think the season's just about to be over in a minute because I think we're on episode like 13 to 14 or somehow. But anyway, so I got this little dress suit, button-up shirt, because a bitch had jury duty this morning. I had to get out of bed at 5:30 a.m. to shower and get dressed, all that shit, because I knew from where I'm live at to where the courthouse is a good 40 minutes, and that's dealing with morning time traffic for other people trying to get to their work. So I had to get up literally at 5:30, get out the house by 6, and I had to be there at 8 o'clock. And I know, and I was dead. I looked perfect. I went all the way out there. I was about 30 minutes to spare. I had to get in the parking garage and serve on jury duty this morning, bitch. Ugh, I know why people hate it. But anyways, and yes, I was selected as a juror. I wasn't one of the jurors who had to get up and then they didn't select me so I can go home. Oh no, they wouldn't gonna let me off that easy. I had to sit there through the entire trial. Anyway, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the love and hip hop hoes, as much love from KY's. Oh, and before I get into that, I know I'm going off all types of tangents. Are y'all ready for the Scorpion Show and Sweet Addictions TV presents The Blackout? Because I will be there. I will be there in full effect. I always wanted to meet a lot of the YouTubers, and I want to make sure that anybody who just so happens to watch my channel who was planning on going to the event, make sure you go so you can meet your boy and I can meet you and we can chit chat, drink, shimmy and shake something, It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, now I can get to the actual episode. So this episode starts off where the last one ended where the two bird bitches, what their names is, Cena and Carly, done tried to ambush Kadia, who came in her bathing suit. And long story short, Life Jennings, who I still Life, I'm giving you a side eye for being on this show, for one. Second, for being with Carly Red on the show. Now, Life, you may not have had a hit song in a long time, but you still make some good music. This ain't what you want. This is not the path that you need to be going on. But anyway, he basically put Carly Red over to the side like, yo, what the fuck? I'm sitting over here watching you act a damn fool, and he's just like, you should be bigger than that. And Carly Red's like, oh my God, like, in all the, commotion, I forgot that my boo is here, and I don't sit here and made an ass of myself. I'm like, yeah, girl. Life seemed like the kind of dude that give you another chance, but Life, why are you fucking with Carly Red? It just doesn't compute in my mind. I don't know why you bother. Like, it just seems like you're just here and she is, but you know what? Everybody, gotta love somebody, and I guess he chose Carly Red. Mona, what you pay this man to be on the show? Because I just would not accept. Anyway, we ain't gonna go on that. So Margo and Joselyn meet up, and they get into this whole fight about, she feels a way that Stevie J was at this event or blah, blah, blah. And she's going on and on like, oh, Stevie J did this to get back at me, Okay, bitch. Not tonight. She was like, she's gonna get back at me. I'm like, bitch, it ain't really had too much to do with you. It wasn't about getting back at you. It was about getting back at Nico. Because he was just using you to get back at Nico. Really, he doesn't give too much of a fuck about you, neither do we, for all that matter. But you just, okay. Love and Hip Hop, Sis, Mona, producers, whoever the fuck makes these shows. If y'all are trying to pass this off as reality television, why do y'all have these high fashion, slow motion walk scenes like if this is supposed to be reality? Bitches ain't gonna, I guess if you're taping a reality show, you probably want to always look your best. But it just seems so rehearsed. Like, you just so happen to have cameras sitting in certain spots. You happen to have cameras just getting all these right angles. Like, you didn't, like, you go sit here and tell me that y'all didn't tell this bitch to go back. Run it again. We ain't get the right angle. Run it again. Have it walk up. Have it walk up. Like, come on. It just be, sometimes I be watching that shit and getting annoyed. Like, but anyway. Margo and Joselyn, they sitting there arguing. She's sitting up there thinking it's all about her, and she doesn't feel like Stevie J did some slick shit. And Joselyn is just like, well, bitch, I mean, even if she knew about it, she's like, yeah, I knew about it, but I'm sitting here giving you an opportunity to be on the cover. And shit, in my mind, I'm thinking of Joselyn. I'm like, I mean, even if Stevie J and Nico got whatever they got going on, shit, that ain't got nothing to do with me and trying to get some exposure. I don't see it. Shit, you act like you got people knocking down your door to put you in Elle magazine covers, girl. And you gonna ask for $10,000? I told you about that last week. That was some bullshit. You'd be lucky to get $10, bitch. But anyways, KD and Jock are in the studio. He's starting to make some new bullshit song, which we'll probably never really hear on the radio, but we'll just probably hear it in the commercials of Love and Hip Hop, saying music from the cast that never goes anywhere. But KD approaches Jock and is pretty much like, so I went to an event that I was invited to, and I walk in and I see Carly Red and baby mama number 4 together. And Jock is just like, the fuck? Like, you know, just surprised, that whole nigga surprise shit. And he's like, what the fuck are they doing together? That's probably what I would, and honestly, that would probably be a reaction that I had. Like, 2 of my exes, all of a sudden they're coming together at an event that don't even know each other, and they ambushing my current bitch. That's some fucked up shit. And she goes on and she's telling him, and she's like, so, you know, Hosina go talk about that I has a fake pregnancy, and he's just like, ooh. And I'm just like, oh, Jock, you stupid. Why would you go to this bitch and talking about y'all business? Like, Lord. So that's, you know, that's one of them cases where the only way that this other bitch knows about something that's only me, this pregnancy test, and you know about, is if you go up here talking all this shit and you ain't supposed to be. So, finally, she decides, you know what, it took me a while, but I finally decided that I'm done. I'm like, Katie, you should have did this at the beginning of the damn season, truth be told. But you know what, it's better late than never, baby. I'm glad all you women are realizing that Jock ain't shit. Well, Cena ain't quite there yet. You know, I think Carly Red's just doing this for fucks and giggles, just because she wouldn't be messy. But I Cena still really want Jock because of her family and all that shit. I'm like, okay, girl, you want him, you can have him. I'm sure KD is just like, girl, take him. Oh, and one thing was like, so she's getting mad about the whole, you know, pregnancy and him talking to Cena and shit. And he gonna talk about she needs to be appreciative. Appreciative? What have you honestly done for KD other than fuck her? Because from what I understand, she'd have been not only fucking you, but trying to defend you, giving you all the chances in the world. She done bought you this and supported you in all sorts of ways. So I'm just like, girl, I mean, what should she be appreciative for? I was lost. But we're gonna move forward. Scrappy decided to have a little get together with his nigglets. They all playing poker and shit, which is pretty much just an excuse for them to come and talk about each of their individual situations. It's almost like Mona does this thing where, okay, something will happen with a certain character, right? And then what they'll do is, like with Kalina and, what's that irrelevant bitch name? The one who tried to get pregnant last season? Tammy. When her and Tammy had their little spit spat, so that happens, and then what happens is they'll put one of those people in like a group of their friends, and they'll just all rehash the same shit that just happened. I mean, I know it's to kind of update, but it just seems like a formula now. It's like Kalina gets into it with Tammy. She meets up with Carly Red and Joselyn to tell the whole story all over again. Now it's like KD gets into it with Jock, and now Jock meets with Kirk and Scrappy to tell all over again about what happened. So I'm just like, okay. But I just say that because I'm tired of hearing people talk about the same shit over and over. It's like I heard it already, and I got to hear her explain the whole thing all over again. I don't even do much be giving a fuck at that point. But Jock talks about all of that, and then, Scrappy's, tells him that he gave the Bam. Ugh. Ooh, I don't know where that came from. But she gave the Bam the key to her house, and they all just like, hey, yo, I'm trying to tell you, tell you from experience, nigga, run as fast as you can, You know how niggas be when one of their boys try to get all committed and shit, they gonna try to get him back into their nigga ways. But just let the nigga, if he wanna be committed, let him be committed. Tony said something very interesting. They all talking about their wives or their girlfriends and how, the different shit that they going through. And Tony gonna be like, I was telling her that, she could find new management, and because, Kalina can still use, lose about 25 pounds before she come back out. I'm like, first of all, Kalina looks good. If anything else, Kalina looks good. So for her to drop an additional 25 pounds, damn, what you want her to be out here looking like Ariana Grande? A stick? Like 25. And see, that's the thing that be killing me. Motherfuckers be out here giving their spouses all sorts of credentials and body image requirements when they sitting over here, flubber here, flubber there, flubber motherfucking everywhere. Like, Tony, you ain't that cute to be making these kind of accusations, and you ain't been even, you've been a fuckboy for as far as I can remember you being on screen. So, for you to be throwing all this, all she needs to do is another 25 pounds, I'm giving you the side eye of the century. Bitch. Moving forward. Stevie J, Tiffany, and Mimi. Basically, Stevie, decided to finally work on some material for Tiffany Fox. She came in, rapped on it. It sounded basic. But everybody was talking about, is Joselyn going to be okay? Is Joselyn going to be okay? And basically, Stevie J is like, you know what? Everybody can't be worried about Joselyn. I'm trying to make some money, do what I've been doing for 20 years, this, that, and the four. So they're like, oh, all right. So we got Kirk, Rashida, and Scrappy. So basically, oh, did I not write that shit down? Sure didn't. Hold on, but pretend I ain't say that just yet. Basically, this is after the whole video with the Bambi fucking some other dude named LaGuardia. What the hell was that nigga name? Labots? Somebody I won't probably ever hear from again. But Tammy and Rashida went to that video release party where she was sucking and fucking and licking and all on this man. Well, she wasn't really doing all that, but it sure looked like she was. And they went to the whole video premiere party, and I'm just like, Bambi, if you kind of knew that Rashida was going to be shady about it, why would you invite her to your premiere? Well, why would you invite her to his premiere if you knew she was going to be shady? And y'all know that you know that Scrappy and Rashida are cool, so, and you chose to be keeping this under wraps. Like, Mona, do you think we stupid? Mona must think we stupid. But you know what? We're gonna still watch anyway. So at the end of the day, this bitch is making checks and coins, so we can't really talk too much about it because we're still watching the shit. But anyway, so that whole video happened, and Rashida's talking about she was feeling some sort of way because Scrap is fam and blah 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 blah. So her and Kurt go to tell Scrappy like, hey yo, we went to this premiere party and it looked like, the Bambi was sucking and fucking and licking and ducking all on old boy. And Scrap was like, well, it's just acting right. That's all this is acting right. Kirk, old crusty face ass, gonna talk about something. It don't look like acting to me, bro. You would know, wouldn't you, motherfucker? You would know that shit when you see it. Ornery bitch. Anywho, so as soon as she say that, or as soon as they start talking about that, in old Mona Scott Young fashion, Bambi just so happened to walk in, like they gave, okay, cue, go. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I just be looking at this shit and just be like, is y'all really trying to pass this off like these people are not scripted and putting these scenes on for the camera? Like, I don't know. I think like Bad Girls Club is like a more realistic reality show. That was the base of my channel, and that is coming back August 11th. If y'all didn't know, they're going to this Bad Girls Club season 14. Now I did fall off with the Redemption season. I really did just lose interest in the whole franchise, but it's been gone for a while, and it's coming back. I guess I'll watch it, I'll review it, But I don't know. It just doesn't seem the same like it used to be. But anyway, we're gonna get off track. Bambi, Bambi gonna get in the confessional after she done, had back and forth with Scrappy about this whole deal about her not going nowhere and how you should have been doing things for me and all this stuff. She was talking about she's tired of the slick and underhanded shit talking in relevance to what Rashida did. And I'm like, first of all, bitch, you dumb as hell for inviting her ass to the event if you knew she was shady and messy. Because I don't think y'all knew each other like that for you to really like have trust or loyalty in her ass. And secondly, you talking about being shady and underhanded, but yet you went behind your boyfriend back to go suck and fuck another nigga. Well, she didn't fuck him, but to do this video with another dude, and you knew how he would feel about it. But you just want to talk about bitches being underhanded? Hello, Pot. My name is Kettle. Like, these bitches. It's just getting more obvious and getting more stupid with this Love and Hip Hop show. But we gonna keep on watching it because the shit's still entertaining nonetheless. Margo and Stevie J, child, this whole $10,000 shit, girl, I don't know where you thought this figure was gonna come from. And just like how you said, well, you can't use my pictures if I don't sign a release. Well, like, bitch, if you never signed anything, so why should I be signed to give you $10,000? If we never agreed, you talk about y'all agree back in the studio. Who agreed? When he said $10,000 at the studio, he looked at you like you were crazy. Like the rest of the world looked at you like you were crazy. $10,000? Bitch, we don't even know who you are. Okay, you should be, hell, paying them to expose your ass to the people checking their groceries out in Target and Walmart. To see you on the cover. And they might look over and wonder who you are. Or they could just be so ready to get to that bag of M&Ms that they just bought that they may not give a fuck. So, girl, you should be thankful for just the opportunity, but you'll charge too. Okay? Like she a C or B list celebrity or something. Like we know her outside this show. But we didn't even know you existed until a month ago or a month and a half ago. And even still, at the end of this shit, do we still give a fuck about Margo? I don't. But they had that whole spat, and then she walked out, tried to be all dramatic and shit. I'm just like, girl, I'm getting tired of you, to be honest with you. And then this whole Carly and Jock scene, she's still in this empty-ass store, and I don't know if they're trying to make it empty because of filming, or just ain't nobody up in there, or the store isn't even real. Does anybody ever, that lives in Atlanta, have y'all ever been to Carly Red's store? Is that bitch still open? Did it ever exist? I question if that bitch ever existed, and then she had that shit set up. But, Carly and Jock going back and forth. Jock trying to say, what happened to KD. I don't know if he's trying to charge her up or something. I mean, I guess he should, but it just... And then what the fuck was Jock wearing? It really didn't register to me until Carly pointed that shit out. Like, but you got motherfucking babies. I almost thought they were like baby ducks or something. But I'm like, why did you walk out and get filmed for TV in this shirt? It looked too small. It looked kind of... But she tried to check him about what happened to KD and all this other shit. Excuse me. And he talks about how they broke up or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so you're going to really tell your business to the messiest bitch on the show, but yet you're going to try to keep it. But you just got told off by the girl that you supposedly want to be with about talking about their business to other bitches. Niggas just won't ever learn. I don't know if it's niggas just won't ever learn, or they're just really doing this dumb shit for this TV show, making themselves look like an ass. I don't know which one is it, but either way it goes, they need to fix it. And lastly, we got this whole Rashida, Kurt, Tony, Kalina thing. Now, both Kalina and Rashida thought they were going to were being taken out on dates by their husbands. And they sit them down as sort of like an ambush to try to rekindle their friendship, which I can understand. But this argument that they got into, Rashida was really trying to play the role of the unbothered bitch who was supposedly better than, but Kalina dropped the bomb and she was like, they're not buying, Rashida was like, they're not buying what you're selling, but they're not buying what you're selling. Kalina was like, well, bitch, they ain't buying your shit either. Because like we said last week, Rashida talking about this might be my retirement album. Girl, we didn't know you had a debut. If we're going to be real about the situation, I thought you just released a few songs here to iTunes, Hell, did you have a debut album or did I just miss it? Maybe I have to go back and Google it and look on iTunes for that, because hell, I never knew you had an album, bitches. Do you only have a debut? Is your sophomore album your retirement album? Like, ain't nobody buying shit. You might have that little store going, but from what I've heard, that's just overpriced cheap jewelry. So, I mean, what do you have really, Rashida? At least Kalina can say that she was a once upon a time on a major stage with a major artist as like Diddy, even though he's a fuck nigga. But still, she could say she was at least on a stage to a tour capacity. Okay, but Rashida, can you imagine Rashida at like, you know, on Good Morning America, doing like a legit televised performance? That don't even sound right. It seemed like it'd be a waste. But anyways, that was Love and Hip Hop, you guys. Ooh, feeling my voice going out. I need some water. But I'm about to actually record another video in this same suit. So if y'all see this same shit in 2 different videos, know that I recorded these hoes back to back. So don't judge me. I'm just trying to get more videos out because I feel like I'm only doing like a video a week for Love and Hip Hop. And I'm just like, that's not enough. So we're going to have to put some more up on here. I'm trying to get back into it. Even though I got a whole lot going on, I still feel like I shouldn't be, you know, ignoring my peoples. You know, y'all my girls. And my guys, for those who watch. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. For all of you who have been supporters of me, make sure you guys come out to the Blackout September 5th in Atlanta. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, and I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington.